Why would I, as a skilled craftsman, want to embrace a model, a travel model, that requires me to move from where I am to a different area to take a job or opportunity? Well, hello and welcome to the Skillwork Forum, where we gather every week to talk about issues, trends, emerging challenges in industries like yours or those that have to do with the skilled trade industry. Today, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to shift our focus to you. If you are a skilled craftsman out there that is watching this, or you subscribe to our podcast, number one, we appreciate you doing that. And we wanted to kind of address this particular episode to you and really ask a question that maybe I would ask if I were in your seat. Why would I, as a skilled craftsman, want to embrace a model, a travel model that requires me to, move from where I am to a different area to take a job or opportunity? We think it's a great question, and we think we've got some great responses to you that will provide you some answers to that. So if you're thinking about that or exploring this potential model, please stay with us today, and we'll talk about some of the things that folks that have jumped on board with us that are out there in the field right now that they're telling us where they see the advantages of a model that we've developed here at Skillwork. So some of the best answers that we've received as we've gone out, we've asked our skill workers in the field, what is it about our model that works for you, a skilled craftsman, a tradesman, that maybe you've worked in the same area or the same location for a lot of years, that now you're on board with us. You've gone to a different area, you've worked a contract or two with us. What about that do you think provides an advantage for you? So, Brett, we're going to look at some of those today. I'm joined with my partner, as always, here, Brett. How are you doing, Brett?
Right, you just assumed everybody knows us now. Or
yeah, so. I was so focused on talking to skilled trades, I forgot I had you here with me. So the star of the show is here.
No,
Brett.
Well, you didn't introduce yourself either.
Oh, well, I'm Tim. I'm not the star of the show. I'm Tim, and this is Brett, the Skillwork. So I just assume everybody knows us.
That's what
first
I said.
name, like Cher, Anyway, we've got some stuff, and you're going to kind of kick us off and talk about some of the reasons why a skilled craftsman would be interested in what we do.
Yeah, no, for sure. So yeah, we really wanted to kind of maybe pivot, like you said, a little bit. We talk a lot about the shortage out there in the industry and clients and whatnot, but we maybe don't spend as many episodes talking specifically to what we refer to as a skill worker or a skilled craftsman. And so one of the big ones that we hear and that we kind of built our model around is something that we hear called freedom and flexibility. Another term that we use a lot is work plus freedom. And so as a skilled craftsman, we hear a lot of guys feel kind of trapped. I've got all this experience. I've been in the same location. I feel like I'm in a rut. I have no real opportunity to explore other things. And so what our model, with the ability to basically offer you a variety of opportunities across the country for periods of time, as Tim said, it does require you to be away from home, but it doesn't require you to relocate. You're there for 3, 6, 9 months, whatever the case may be, and then the opportunity to move on to another location. And so one of our current skill workers, he quoted it, he probably put it better than we do. He says, "Gives me the freedom to not get stuck in the same old rut. Skill work allows me to keep every day exciting and challenging." So, I spent, 30 plus years in the food manufacturing space. My dad was a refrigeration engineer. I started, believe it or not, coming up through the maintenance department because that's what my dad did. So everybody thought I should be good at that. I wasn't as good as he was. But I do have a strong understanding of that, and I know it really resonates. That guys really do feel they kind of get in a rut, and the opportunity to see other things and do other things, not just other areas of the country, but just other opportunities, other things that plants are producing or making or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, that's a great one. We do hear that a lot, and just the ability. We always hear about this gig economy out there where people get an opportunity to try something kind of independently. And this allows people in vocations that previously haven't had a chance to do that to, like you said, try something new. And we've had a lot of great stories here where guys go from different industries. Couple of examples, we're finding a lot of success from guys that have worked in like the oil and gas industry in an area where maybe that's kind of depressed somewhat, or that there's not as strong availability of jobs, say somewhere in Louisiana or Texas, in that area. You're an oil field worker and you bring a lot of skills and capability that can be brought to a different industry. So we found a lot of success from those guys going from that industry to manufacturing mechanical and electrical technicians, PLC technology, that the same thing that you learned and you apply in the oil industry can translate to, a manufacturing facility. So it's a great way to try that and try something new. Maybe it's something you like, maybe it's something you decide you don't want to do, but you get the chance to try it. We've had people coming out of the military, for example, if you're coming out of the Navy, a machinist mate, somebody who worked on, machines and equipment on board a ship, translating that now, we've got a couple of our guys that are now, frontline troubleshooters for an OEM manufacturer, that these guys are used to deploying, troubleshooting, solving problems, and it's a great transition for them. Or maybe a construction company owner we had a small construction company, and now he's a project manager on a multi-million-dollar construction project. That was one of your clients. So this idea that you get a chance to try something new and translate your skills I think it's a great, not only build your skills, but also build your resume. So it makes you stronger and more marketable for the future. So that's a big one.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's kind of cool to see that. We've even, early on, some of our clients, if they were in a particular space, they always thought they wanted us to find them individuals who had experience in that same space. Yeah. And so whether it be food manufacturing or packaging or you name it. But what we've been able to kind of show them and validate is that actually bringing mechanics or skilled craftsmen from other industries into your industry almost brings a new view. They bring some real value of looking at it. I know we've had several guys out of the automotive parts, which is a high pressure manufacturing environment, and put them into some, whether it be food or packaging or whatever, and those guys have been some of the best. So it gives those guys an opportunity to experience something else. And then, like you said, the oil thing has been really interesting because that's a very volatile, up and down kind of a market for some guys. So anyhow, one of the other big reasons, obviously, we have a guy here on our team, Denny, who has a lot of knowledge in a lot of things, but a lot of knowledge in this space, in the recruiting space as well. And he often talks about guys or gals, you travel for a couple reasons, and one of those is clearly financial. One of the things that we can offer you as a skilled tradesman is the opportunity to make sure that you're getting the highest paid wages that are available for your skill. So there's no doubt there's certain parts of the country and certain areas that just pay less, and if you're willing to go somewhere else to make that wage, we can provide you that without having to relocate. Obviously, that's usually the big issue. You got a guy that lives in Alabama. He's an Alabama Crimson Tide. As bad as I don't like that, but
we don't want to alienate our Southeast Conference guys.
No, I love having that conversation with those guys. And so, but the opportunity, so they may not want to move from there, but the opportunity to go somewhere else for 6 months or however long the contract is, and be able to make extra dollars. I was talking to a guy this week that's in Florida, and I'm showing him a job in Indiana, and he's 100%. He's looking to maximize the wage. He's looking for the financial benefit, because in addition to us getting you, hopefully a top dollar of what your craft should be paid, we also pay per diem and housing, to our guys every week, because obviously you're not living at home, and so that a lot of the seasoned travelers know how to not use all of that. We don't pay the actual, we pay you, and you manage your housing and your per diem. So, if you don't want to eat steak every day and live at the Marriott, you can put a decent amount of the housing and per diem in your pocket. So there's a big financial benefit there as well.
Yeah,
so.
It's really good. And, and we have a vested interest, right, in these guys making top wage. And the thing is, again, goes back to your flexibility and freedom plus work. We may have half a dozen opening jobs for your skill set, depending on where you want to be in the country, the hours you want to work, the shift that you want to work, what it is you're looking to do. So it gives you the ability to do that. And if it's, as Brett mentioned, the gentleman he was working with yesterday, I want to look for locations I can make the most money. I want to do this short term. So where is that? It's all the main thing is that we're working for you. We have a vested interest in you and your prosperity and happiness. So you mentioned this earlier, Brett. One of them too is this idea of applying new experience in a new setting. It's a fresh set of eyes, and not only does it kind of energize you, because we all know when you go somewhere new, it's different. You're meeting people, and you just bring new energy to it. It's not the same old grind. But also, you actually get an opportunity to come in with a fresh set of eyes, and you may very well become the go-to guy. We've got that in several of our instances where, one of our skill workers will arrive, and you don't do it day one first shift, but you establish yourself, your credibility, what you bring, your new perspective, and pretty soon you can not only help improve what they do, but even impact their culture. We've just seen a great impact you can have. So it matters to us that our work matters, and for you as a skilled craftsman, the same thing should apply to you. And the opportunity to go in and like become a leader. Maybe you want to move past where you are. You want to get more experience, and this idea of getting a fresh start, a clean slate. A lot of times, you just need a clean slate, whether it be a personal reasons, a situation at your current work environment. You just need a clean slate, and the fact that we have multiple options for you to be able to do that, and it's one of the things you tell us, hey, I'm looking to go somewhere where I can make an impact. We hear that. Great. Here's a place that's looking for people to come in and help them change the culture. Are you interested in that? So I think that's not to be underestimated, the impact of that.
No, for sure. So yeah, we got multiple stories we could tell of Skillwork guys that have become permanent employees of some of our clients and elevated to supervisory roles and maintenance manager roles and that type of thing. So those opportunities are there as well, for sure. So one of the big ones, and it's a core value of our company here, but it also applies to what we deliver to you through the clients, and that is respect. And so, the old Aretha Franklin song,
can you mind singing us a little bit?
No. Nope. I'm going to respect you enough not to do so. And so, so one of our core values, if you've listened to our podcast before, we founded the company on three very clear core values, and bring honor to God in everything that we do. To bring value and respect back to the trades, and to measure our success by the number of people we help, and so that respect is a big deal, and so we live it out here every day in the way that we treat you as our skill workers. We know, because we hear it all the time, that I don't feel valued in my current job. I'm kind of taken for granted. I feel burnt out. And that type of thing. We make sure that that we value you, and we try to do a really good job of making sure that the locations and the clients that we're sending you into, that you assimilate into their team and you bring a very positive vibe into their culture, and they very much respect you as well in that. And so, we talk about it, you really become our ambassadors, to the industry. We're really trying to impact the culture of our clients in a positive way. And so, obviously a lot of these facilities are just the guys, they're where you were, they're burnt out, they're tired, they don't have enough help. The help that they're getting doesn't have the skills, and so it's frustrating. And so, we don't show up as a white knight, we're not the hero in the story. We're there to be part of helping them and being part of them. But with that, we can put you in some really great situations to feel valued. I'm actually treated like I have value. That was one of our skill workers. So
yeah, and we talk a lot of our guys, and I try to tell them that many people are familiar with pro athletes, and pro athletes have agents. Jerry Maguire, show me the money. The agent's there to support the guy, and here you have that, and that it's your recruiter, guy. You have a connection with that person, and their job is to make sure that you have everything you need to do your job, and to make sure that the next opportunity you have is lined up for you, so you are treated with value and respect, and we live it out here every day. So I think one of the next things we hear about a lot is just the idea of travel and adventure, and that's not everybody's driving motivation, but a lot of people are looking for an opportunity. I want to see another part of the country. Mm-hmm. I've never been to the Midwest. I've never been to the Upper Great Lakes region. I've never been to, down south. I'm from Wisconsin. I've never been down there. I've never, I'm from Ohio, and I've never seen quality football. So I want to go down somewhere like Arkansas. So, for instance,
that was a return because of my SEC jab that I did a minute ago.
So strike one up there. So, but the fact is, you get to move across different parts of the country. You get to expand your personal horizon. We have a lot of skill workers that have RVs. Some of them are empty nesters. They jump in. They jump in the RV. They go to a different part of the country. They get their weekends or vacations or time off, and they get to explore parts of the country they never thought they would explore, and they're making a great wage while they're doing it. So it's a great time. And some of them like, hey, I want to work half the year, and I want to take off half the year. And that's awesome. That's a great thing for you to consider. So maybe you're out there right now. You're an experienced skill worker. You're working at a company, and you're at the stage of your life where you're not quite ready to retire. You could, but you have that RV that you've got, or you got your eyes on, and you really want to start exploring, ease into that lifestyle. This is a great way to do that. You sign up, you work with us, you go to that part of the country you like to go, and maybe it's something you can transition into. So travel and adventure are a great part of our model for our guys.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. We say it sometimes, with our skill workers that are out there, once you embrace our model and once you see the opportunity, we really just become your travel agent. You tell us where you want to go, and we'll let you know if we have an opportunity to get you there, and you don't have to think about, how am I going to make money when I get there? What am I going to do? We obviously handle all that, and you get to kind of choose. I just had a guy just took a job up in the Milwaukee area with us. Starts in a couple weeks, and it was interesting. He actually took the job. It's a 3-month contract. It's actually a plant that's closing down, so there's kind of an end date, and then he'll move back down to the south. He's from the south, but he actually took the job because his son is going to be. He's got a 9-year-old son. His wife will travel with him, and they're going to go for the summer. Him and his son, they'd never been to the Great Lakes or into the Northwest. So that was his motivation. Because I had other options closer to where he lived in the South. He's like, no, for 3 months. I want to do that. I'm going to take my son. We'll get the opportunity to experience
great.
a different part of the country. So like you said, there is that. For some people, it is a little bit of the adventure, that type of thing. So we're going to spend a minute now talking about one that maybe not every company would say, but we think it's really important to us. We find with our skill workers, it's really important to a lot of them, and that is the opportunity and the freedom to be open about both your faith and your patriotism. And so we're very forward on both of those. We recognize, when we say value and respect to the trade, we recognize that the trades built this country, and we truly recognize that there's been a shift in the last 20 years where you almost, there's not very many people, when you ask a high school kid, what are you going to do when you graduate? They're all going to tell you we're going to go to college. Even if they wanted to be a skilled craftsman, they're probably not going to say that because they don't feel it's as valued. And so we recognize what the skilled trades have and continue to do for this country. So we're very proud of that. We're very open about that. And then on the faith side, as we said, our number one core value is to bring honor to God in everything we do. And so we're very forward about that. I know both Tim and I, our recruiters, it's not uncommon. We're not going to make anybody, pray with us or profess their faith, but we're not ashamed of it if that opportunity, or if they want to. So being able to be open about your faith, being able to be proud of this country, are things that we provide that opportunity. I guess a place of freedom. So
yeah, I think that's really important. And I think so many of the guys I talk to, when I start talking about, I just mentioned our core values, and it's almost like they're taken aback that it's okay to talk about honoring God and being proud to be an American and being proud of this country, and that we honor military veterans. That's not something you have to keep hidden. We don't believe that, and we're okay with those that don't agree with us. We respect your position, but many of our skill workers, skill craftsmen, they're attracted to that as well. They share those values. So if that's you, if you're interested in being involved with a company that doesn't shy away from that, then we would welcome you to become part of our team and our family. And this is not an exhaustive list. These are a few things that we hear routinely. So we thought if you were out there, on the fence, thinking about doing this, putting your toe in the water, that we would go over some of those. It's not for everybody, and we get that. We understand that completely, and it may not be forever, which is great as well. But it's a great option. It's something for you to experience, to check it out. Maybe it might be something that'll work for you. We'd love to talk to you about it. You can reach out to us. The easiest way is just go to our website. It'll be listed here on the podcast, skillwork.com. There's an easy way for you to get in touch with our team. There's a telephone number there. You can reach out. You can even put in your application in there. One of our recruiters will reach out to you and talk to you and start a conversation. No obligation, but if this is something that you're interested in learning more about, we'd love to hear from you. And for those of you that are just happy where you are, you're doing a great job, you're turning a wrench every day, you're keeping America moving, we just want to say thank you for what you do for our country, and we're grateful to you every day for doing that. So I think that's all we have to cover today, Brett. Thanks again for joining us, and pray you have a blessed day.